All right, scholars, happy Wednesday. Welcome to your Where is the Point routine for today. Just like normal, I will go over the answer from yesterday's. This is actually going to be super helpful when it comes to solving for today's Where is the Point. So if you don't want to be like, hey, Kirk, and be like, I don't know, make sure you pay attention. So a little bit of a bummer, but fewer of us actually got the answer correct yesterday than got the answer correct for the question on Monday. I think what tricked a couple people up was the fact that I didn't fully mark the number line for you. But for the friends who came to office hours and the friends who asked me questions, they were some friends who were really using their resources wisely, and they were able to help or get some help to understand it, because once I show you, I think, how to figure it out, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness gracious. But quick shout out to the friends who did get this correct. So if you see your name in green here, that means you are getting a bonus in Vista Virtual because you did get the question correct, which shows that you're really thinking like a mathematician and you're really thinking about sort of the space on the number line. Because let's talk about why the correct answer was 1/4. So this was our question from yesterday. It said, what fraction is labeled by the point? And we showed the point as right here. Now, the correct answer was 1/4 because if I look and I see that 1/2 is here, I know that this fraction has to be less than 1/2. So anybody who said that it was 1/2 or that it was 2/4, I think you got a little bit tricked here. Because as you can tell, the point is not halfway across of our number line. Here's where 1/2 is. Our point is actually right here. So what I want you to think about is if you were to take this amount of space and then do another one the same size, and do another one the same size. And all I'm doing is I was using my fingers, you just couldn't quite see. But I'm using my fingers, I'm holding up that space, and then I'm just moving it along my number line. I see that I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4 of these pieces between 0 and 1 whole. We know that 2/2 is the same thing as 1 whole. So because I can fit 4 of these pieces, I know one piece, which is right here, that's one jump, it's one piece, that is 1/4. We know that 1/4 is less than 1/2 because if I were to draw like a circle here and look at it this way, if I split this circle into halves, I have 1, 2 pieces, right? This is how big a half is. I'm gonna split it into fourths. I need to go 1, 2 pieces, do another line, right? And then I can see that actually 1/2 is much larger than 1/4 because the green is overlapping there. You could have also used the resource from Friday to sort of look at the fact that this piece here is definitely smaller than 1/2. Another way to think about it too is I know if I have 1/2, I have 1 piece, 2 pieces, and then actually this was in the middle of 1/2. So if I do the same thing over here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. This is 1 of 4 pieces, so it's 1/4. So that's how we should have thought about this one. Let's try to apply that to today's. All right, now that we went over that quick review, I need you to find me where is the fraction labeled by this point. So what I want you to keep in mind is the fact that we know that this fraction, it's more than 1/2, right? So I don't know what it is, but I for certain know I should see no answers that give me a fraction that's less than 1/2. Since this fraction, this point is definitely past 1/2 and it is closer to 1 whole than it is to 0. So good luck solving.